Last time we were together, I taught you how to make Play-Doh. Today, we're going to be using that Play-Doh to help us tell a Bible story. If you didn't watch the last video and you haven't made Play-Doh, I encourage you to do so before you watch the rest of this video. If you don't want to make Play-Doh, that's fine. You can go buy Play-Doh from the store, or if you already have Play-Doh, you can just use that. But today, we're going to be telling a Bible story using the Play-Doh that I have made. I've colored all of this. We're set to go. Let's get started. Our story starts on a beach with Jesus, this is the yellow character, and his 12 disciples. We're not going to do all 12 disciples. You can if you would like and you want to follow along at home, but I've only made one, and this is Peter. Jesus told all of the disciples to get into a boat and sail to the other side of the lake while Jesus prayed. So, Jesus is staying on the beach, but Peter is moving onto the boat. They come apart a little bit, it's fine. So Peter is on the boat, as well as all the disciples. Later that day, the boat became very far from the beach, and the wind picked up, and waves began hitting the boat. So the boat moves out, along with the disciple. His head fell off. Peter's fine. He sustains no injuries. And waves have formed. That's what these little things are. So waves have formed. Jesus wanted to get to the boat and to the disciples. So what did he do? He started to walk on water. Can you walk on water in real life? No. But Jesus can. So Jesus can't get their heads to stay on. So Jesus starts walking on the water. The disciples in the boat thought that Jesus was a ghost. They were very afraid of him. But Jesus called out to them, "Do not be afraid. It's me, Jesus." One of the disciples, named Peter, the red one, replied to Jesus, "If it's really you, tell me to walk out on the water towards you." So Peter is on the boat and he says, "Jesus, if it's really you, tell me to come out of the boat onto the water." So Jesus does just that. So Peter crawls out and begins to walk on water with Jesus. So now Peter's out here walking on water. But when Peter took his eyes off of Jesus, he saw the large waves and became afraid. He began to sink into the water. We're not going to move Peter. It's easier to move the waves. So Peter begins to sink. Jesus is still walking on water. He cried out to Jesus, "Lord, save me." Jesus immediately reached out to Peter and helped him. So Jesus reaches out, grabs him, no longer sinking. They're back to safety. Together, Jesus and Peter walked on water toward the boat. Once they were on the boat, the wind died down and the waves stopped. So now they're both on the boat. Jesus has successfully made it through his miraculous journey, along with all the other disciples that we haven't animated. Peter doubted Jesus' power and began to sink into the water. But when he called out for help, he was saved. Just like Peter, we sometimes doubt Jesus. We doubt his power and his love. We question whether or not he actually cares about us and whether he can protect us. That's when we begin to sink. Maybe not into a lake, but into some dark places that we don't like going. We can get sad, we can get angry, it's no fun. But by calling out to Jesus for help and guidance, we can do amazing things. We might not be able to walk on water, but still, Jesus will help us. Jesus helps us do things that we can't do alone. Pray with me for a little moment. Dear Jesus, you are so powerful that you can walk on water. Thank you for sharing that power with us and helping us do things that are difficult or even seem impossible. Amen. So if you followed along at home and made your own little Bible story out of Play-Doh, I encourage you, send us photos. I'd love to see them. Otherwise, if you just liked watching me struggle to play with Play-Doh, that's also respectable. Have a good week, guys. See you next time.